How's it going, World Liberty Financial holders? Appreciate all the love. Thanks for tuning in. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Crypto ZX channel so you are notified every time we upload on the coin. So, if we're looking across the board right now, going into the FOMC meeting again earlier this morning, obviously we are going to be hearing whether or not we're going to see a rate cut in terms of a probability standpoint. It is pretty much set in stone that we're going to see the rate cut. So we'll see what happens, but market is kind of seeing a little bit of a retracement going into the meeting itself, and that is something we've been emphasizing on the channel, how we should be expecting a little bit of consolidation and a little bit of a retracement actually going into the FOMC meeting, and that's exactly what we're seeing happening right now. A few handful coins up, but again, majority of the market is down. If you're looking at World Liberty Financial, down only about 0.5%. Again, on the USD side of things, pretty much break even. We're actually up 1% on the Bitcoin side of things and about 1.3% on the Ethereum side of things. The valuation approaching 4 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about $166.5 million. But as always, just a quick disclaimer for you guys, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So take a look at this. This right here was announced by World Liberty Financial not too long ago. They announced that it will distribute it 8.4 million WLFI tokens to USD1 early adopters across partner exchanges. So pretty much kind of hinting that there's going to be, an airdrop of WLFI coin to people that are, using the USD1 stable coin, of course, that is launched by World Liberty Financial. Again, very interesting stuff here. Let me know in the comments what your personal thoughts are. But let's take a look at the price right now. So, as far as the dominance is concerned, going into Wednesday morning, you're seeing it sitting at about 59.88%. But earlier yesterday, we were sitting above 60%. You can see for yourself, and that was short lived. We are pretty much back below it once again. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has reclaimed back above $113,000, but we actually saw about a 3% pullback for Bitcoin from $116,000 all the way down to 112, but we have seen a little bit of a bounce since then. So again, so far so good. Am I shocked at the fact that we have seen this retracement a day before the FOMC meeting? Absolutely not. So that's that. Bitcoin pretty much picking up once again, but we want to reclaim back above 114. That would be quite something, and that's exactly a resistance for us. You could see for yourself $114,000, but that would be the next level to be looking out for Bitcoin. But again, we have seen a little bit of an uptick. That is nice to see as always. But let's see what's happening with the World Liberty Financial. So again, we're still below, we're still below the support line of 17.3 cents. And again, at this point, you guys should be well aware as to what that really is. But we have come close to the resistance around the 16.2 cents, but not exactly yet. And that kind of ties back to the volume aspect, as well as Bitcoin dominance actually showing strength over the course of the last few days. But if you're looking at World Liberty Financial coin right now, you can see for yourself just 2 days back we actually did come up to the 15.6 cents. So this is where I'm talking about how we came close to that resistance. But since then, you could see, we did retrace down to 13.3 cents. You shouldn't really be surprised at that. That is due to, the 3.4% pullback for Bitcoin and dominance pushing back above 60%. That is going to drag altcoins down, and World Liberty Financial is not an exception. You can see, World Liberty Financial was sitting at around 14.6 cents before this retracement. Again, if you want to put this into perspective, we saw a retracement of about 10%. Again, what we're noticing with a lot of altcoins right now over the course of the last 24 hours, except of course a few. But that was short-lived, 13.3 cents. Anyone with that was able to get in around that key range. You could see for yourself about a 9% move. So pretty much almost back to where it was prior to this retracement, and Bitcoin is still nowhere near as to where it was just a few hours back. We were sitting at about 116,000. So this is quite impressive in my opinion. I think, market is reacting to the announcement of, the airdrop that they have obviously, announced. This is pretty much saying that they're going to be doing an airdrop to these users. Of course, you could see early adopters of USD1, and I think that has brought in a little bit of excitement within the price. But you can see for yourself, we're still having a hard time breaking out of the resistance around 14.4 cents. Breaking above here, I think, takes us back up to 15 cents, which also is a significant resistance to be watching for. before the month of October closes, I think you want to see the price pushing above 15 cents and closing possibly above 16 cents. That would be quite something. And there's still a few days left. And I think that is still a very strong possibility for it to happen as long as we don't hear some news that can have an impact on the broader market, of course. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What are your personal predictions on Royal Liberty Financial? Thanks for all the love. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.